G'day guys, how's it going? Welcome to the KLR650 budget bike build, Matt's build. So we've got a heap to do. Where's my list? Rightio, got my list. So we've got a new spark plug, replace, oil and filter change, radiator fluid change, subframe bolts, high tensile. So you went to
bolts and fasteners.
Bolts and fasteners, got, what was the 12.9 or something, tensile?
12.9 grade,
Yeah, really good stuff. So that's for the subframe. And then also the seat bolts and the side cover bolts, because they're all mismatching. Matt got a whole new set, all in the same size. Front wire tidy mount has arrived. Hand groups and the bark busters, and then also possibly, if we get to it, chop front light shroud. We've got the tin to be able to do that, and we might look at that left hand peg, the one bolt that is stripped, basically. Have a shot at doing that.
Yep.
Cool. Now I've got to talk about the brake, the front brakes. Rightio, so to those few people that said about the front brakes and that it was our fault because we ordered the wrong thing, no, that's not the case. Matt's got a full refund.
I have got a full refund.
They haven't asked for the product back because they made the mistake on listing the product on eBay.
Yeah.
That's the deal.
Pretty much.
Right, so we tried to go to Elliott's. Elliott's was $470 for the OEM one.
Yep, for the genuine.
For the genuine. Elliott said nobody pays that money, they don't get that. The aftermarket one was like 4 weeks out.
Yep,
because their supplier was out.
Yep.
Then there was going to be, they were going to source it somewhere, and then there was a miscommunication, didn't come. But anyway, so you've ordered one online.
Yep, I bought one from the US.
It's
sitting in customs now, waiting to be
down in Melbourne.
Yep.
And bloody good thing was, all up, so this is in Australian dollars, having it delivered here was $72. $72 bucks.
It was crazy cheap.
Brilliant. So fingers crossed, Matt's done everything possible as per the listing.
We'll give it a go.
We'll see what happens when it arrives. Okay, so now the other thing that people mentioned was about the brake lines, the braided brake lines. And I didn't, people were saying that and I'm going, oh yeah, cool, yeah, what the hell is a pretty braided brake line going to do? I didn't know until someone said it and explained the reason why. So thank you to that person that explained that the braided line stops the plastic from expanding, which then makes it spongy or whatever it is. So this bike actually has it. We'll have a look. So as you can hopefully see there, oh, is that gonna try and get on? They are.
That is stainless steel braided.
Yep. So that is on the front
and rear.
And on the rear. So somebody has obviously already tried to do it. So that's it. Once that rotor turns up, we're going to put that on, put the new pads in. The brakes will be what they are. We've bled them pretty much proper. There's lots of different ways, people talking about that and all that kind of stuff. It's just well known that the Gen 1 KLR Model A are shit. They're just it's a single caliper. I mean, the DR has a twin caliper.
Yeah,
twin piston caliper. That's why they're good as opposed to this. So there are, is it Eagle Mike?
Yeah, I think it was Eagle Mike. Does the bracket for the SV650 caliper.
Yeah, so you can get a bracket to add onto your fork to then be able to put a twin caliper. Is it a twin caliper?
It is
a twin caliper. And he actually lists all these different models of motorcycles that will work with that bracket and to use the bigger. Anyway.
320 millimeter disc.
Yeah, that's it. 320 millimeter. Yeah. But you've got to be able to get a second-hand caliper out of those brands for it to work with that.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a higgledy-piggledy thing. We don't want higgledy-piggledy just at the minute.
No, right now I just want to get it riding again.
That's it. Righto. Let's get into doing all this shit. And it will be just kind of like, we're not going to be full on stuff because there's so much to be done.
It's a busy day.
It's a very busy day. All right, let's get into it. Rightio guys, so the first job we're going to do is a real simple one, and that is to change the spark plug. We've already removed this. Now guys, just remember, we're not showing you everything. I've already vacuumed that out, cleaned that out before we removed it. So you're going to be seeing bits and pieces that you go, oh, you should have bloody cleaned it out. Well, we're not showing you everything.
Actually, you should mention that the toolkit that I've got on here doesn't have any tools for this bike.
No, that's right. So the spark plug remover that came with the bike does not fit in that hole that you can see Matt's putting his hand in. So that was totally bloody useless. So that's the that's what it is. So we've already had this out, and we've already established that it's not running lean. So anybody saying that it's, might be running lean, it's not running lean.
It's definitely not running rich either.
No, it's just got a good burn on it.
Yep, looks pretty much exactly like it should.
And it's well used, so it's good to have changed it.
That's definitely going to make a difference. There's a new one.
So we've got a new one. We've got the feeler gauges to do the proper...
Honda. Really?
What? Oh, it says Honda.
Honda.
Well, we got it, yeah, because we got it from Elliott's. So that was $7.54.
Oh, you got me a genuine oil filter.
Yeah, got a genuine bloody... Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
sorry.
But you've gotten me a
It's
Honda Spark.
Honda Spark. Yeah, all right, I got you. They're all the bloody same. And while Matt's doing the gapping, so the spark plug was $7.54. The oil filter was $13.94. And we're getting a new air filter. But Elliott's didn't have that in stock, so they've got that on order. We've already paid for it, but as soon as that comes in, we'll be able to swap over from that shitty old one. In she goes, and of course we have got the exact right spark plug. It's as per the manual. And when I told Elliott's I want this spark plug for this bike, they handed me that, and that matched exactly to what we had written down. Cool. Now you will note, guys, that there is a slight oil leak there. It's just the rocket cover gasket needs to be replaced, but it's very minimal, so we're not worrying about it at the moment. Oh, that was another thing last week when Matt was undoing the caliper bolts. They were Allen heads, and we should invest in getting some socket ones. Well, unfortunately, I'm sad to say, we do have them. We just didn't think to use the bloody things.
Never do. I always forget that we've got them.
I know, yeah. So I've got them all there. Bloody crazy. So we will be using these on the subframe bolts. Let's do that next. Rightio guys, now this is a pro tip. Remember, we're not mechanics, we're just bloody having a go at this shit, but Matt did read online. A guy took all the bolts out of this to take them down to the local bolt shop to get the right ones for it, match them up. But he had a hell of a time getting it all back together, had to dick around a lot. So he said, as a pro tip, remove one at a time as you go around. So what we did was we took out the bottom one there, and we put a bolt back in, one that we had that would go in it, and then on the other side the top one, and then Matt was able to take those two down to bolts and fasteners, and then they ended up being all the same.
They're all the same, yeah.
They're all the bloody same. So the top and the bottom on both sides are all the same bolt. Yeah. Pro tip, beauty. Beautiful. So apparently the manual says 18 foot-pound, which is bugger all.
It is bugger all.
Wait. Oh, there you go, that's it. Booyah.
That is one down.
Righto, so we'll go around and get the other ones done. And it should be,
same process for everyone.
yeah.
And then once they're all done, I'll double check that they're all still torqued correctly.
And clearly, if there's any issues along the way, we'll let you know. Oh, there you go. Last one.
And I'll just go back and double check.
Yep.
Make sure they're all still good. They should be, but you never know.
Beautiful.
Happy days.
So that's it. So subframe bolts have been upgraded.
Yep.
High tensile 12.9.
Yep. And we do own a torque wrench.
Yes. I just don't use it very often.
You don't often need to.
No. Righto, done. Oh guys, righto. So we were just having a bit of a moment. We thought, all right, the new bolts that we've got, we'll just whack them in the spot. So
we don't lose
one's for the back of the seat to hold down, one's for the back of the plastic, and then we're putting the plastics up, going, where's the hole
for the front?
For the front of the plastic? Why did we get 6? What the hell's going on? But it's all right. We just Matt figured it out and said it bolts into the bloody tank. So there you go. So you can put your bolts, chuck your bolts in there.
Yeah, that was a moment.
Yeah.
Wow. Can't actually believe that.
And what size? Do you know what head they are? Is that a 10mm or?
An 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
Really? No.
Not 10.
I was going to say, hopefully it's a 10.
Yeah, my eyeballs are off today.
Cool, so 10mm. Get your plastics off, your seat off. Brilliant.
Yep. What are we doing? Coolant.
Coolant?
Yeah.
Cool.
Why not? Oh. Ooh. We're going to do the oil and filter, which means we can check the doohickey.
The doohickey? Oh, right, okay.
So take that side cover off.
Yep.
You want to do that?
Yep, done.
Cool. Let's do that.
Right, yeah, guys, so status update. We're just getting ready to drop this oil to do the changeover of that and check the doohickey. But I was just grabbing all the dockets from the stuff that we bought today, and Matt's just doing an addition. So we know we got the bike for $2,000. So the total that he's going to do is not including the bike. It's just going to be all this stuff here. So the things that we've added are the subframe bolts and the seat and cover bolts. $3. It's just ridiculous. Bloody cheap. We've got some sheet metal from Bunnings, so it was $15.58. Engine oil and the coolant that we got today. There are the prices. So the oil that we've got is just the Penrite. I'm happy to use the Penrite. I most probably cross over to Penrite myself because they are an Australian company, and that's the way I'm rolling at the moment until I change my mind. We've also got the Penrite coolant. I'm sure people will have bloody things to say that, oh, Penrite's bad, or who knows, I don't know.
Everyone's got their preferences.
Yeah, exactly, that's it. That's the wire tidy that we're talking about that goes up the front. So that was only $15. I reckon that was a bargain. For a particular...
For a specific thing,
yeah, absolutely.
So you want to take a stab at what we've spent so far?
Oh shit, hang on, I've got to go, hang on, let me do a quick... so we got, that's the 320. Yeah, but I can't add all that up. I'm gonna let me have a stab, not a bloody fucking, shut me eyes, spin me around 100 times and then tell me to do it. So 3. Oh no, I'm gonna go 800.
No.
How much?
No. So not including buying the bike for $2,000.
Yeah.
We've spent $924.90.
Oh, well, I'm fucking close.
That's good. We're still under $1,000.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah.
Sorry, and that's including $320 to do the roadworthy.
Yeah, that's right. And the front tyre.
Yeah.
The brand new front tyre too.
Yeah. So.
Yep. And we made an adjustment because Matt got the
brake disc for
brake
72.
disc was 99. Yeah. So that's been refunded, and he's paid 72 for the new one.
Yep.
Right, let's get into dropping the oil.
Yep. Cool.
I just want to make so that 320 there is for the roadworthy, which was $150, plus the new front tyre, plus registration for 3 months. Now, for those of you that are in either every state in Australia, I think, operate their registration and their roadworthies a little bit different. We're here in Victoria, and then in other countries, it's all different. So when I say that I pay, I don't know, $600 a year to have Harry registered, he got a roadworthy when he was bought, or if you change hands of ownership, you have to get a roadworthy certificate. This is here in Victoria.
Yeah,
yep.
New South Wales is a little different.
Yeah, so in New South Wales, and that's it, you don't have to get another roadworthy ever.
In Victoria.
In
if
Victoria.
It stays in your name, as long as you don't get a defect from the police or something ridiculous, then yeah, you don't ever have to get another one.
Yeah. In New South Wales, we know that they have, what do they call it, a blue slip?
Blue slip? Or, yeah, blue
every
slip,
year, and I think
every
the
year
UK is the same.
Yeah, they do their MOT.
MOT, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, every year they have to take their bike into a garage that does it, and they get a pass.
They do a safety check.
Yeah.
It's not as comprehensive as a roadworthy, but it does cover a lot of the important stuff.
Yeah. So here, I reckon it's good that we don't have to do that. That'd be a pain in the ass.
It would be.
Yeah.
It would cost us a fortune.
Yeah. So the registration, $600 a year for registration. So that's now the registration part of that is
bugger all.
Bugger all.
It's
I don't know,
like
$70 or something like that is the actual registration.
The
rest of it is TAC.
Yep.
And that is if I have an accident and I get hurt, or I hurt somebody else, or I hurt infrastructure, TAC covers all that. So if I make someone a quadriplegic, TAC will cover them for the rest of their life, type of thing. So that's why it sounds, oh my God, why are you paying $600 for rego a year? That's.
I think in Australia that's still cheap though.
Oh, is it?
Well, compared to New South Wales, because they have compulsory third-party insurance.
Ah, right.
So
it most probably all washes out.
TAC, so
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It all comes out sort of the same. But not.
Cool. Righto. Oil. 17mm socket. But Matt is so tough, he just did it with his fingers. Whoop. There we go, there she flows. Dang. Now, obviously, this is going to be very good oil because Matt did change the oil, but he didn't change the oil filter.
No, I just dumped it and refilled it before we did that.
That's it. And that's the best, perfect way to, do an oil change clean, because all that new oil got in there, got mixed up.
Yeah,
and now
it's sort of flushed it a bit.
Yeah, it's overkill, but hey. Right, so while that's still draining out, we'll do the, I want to say air filter. I'm just hopeless. I just call things whatever, it just pops in my head.
I think everyone knows that by now.
Yeah. The oil filter. So how many screws is that? Is it
2?
Oh, only 2.
Oh, only 2. Oh, Jesus.
Well, that's quite the...
Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah. Now, I believe...
There's that little metal thing in it. Oh, God. I don't know if I'm going to be able to grab that.
Yeah, and there's something behind that. Oop, shoot, sorry, guys. I was going off. There's something also behind it. I've seen when someone pulled one out, he put something back in.
Oh, okay.
So, all eyes...
There's the metal rod that goes through the centre of it.
Yeah. All right, hang on.
Where's... Still, actually. Oh. There we go, I got it. Oh, bugger. Got it.
Beautiful. Now, is it that? See the thing on the back?
Whoop. That metal rod that I just dropped.
Oh, so it's the whole metal. Oh, right, look at that.
Yep.
So, yeah, so it's got... Just chuck it on there, mate. Yeah. Just chuck it on the dog. Are you being a helper again, are you?
Well, actually, it looks surprisingly new.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, I'd say the last owner's done a little bit of work on it.
Actually, I reckon that might be a K&N filter.
What's it look like in there? There you go.
Pretty tidy.
Yeah. So that rod should just stick in there, shouldn't it? I think you just pop it in.
Just gonna make sure it goes back in the right way. Yeah, I'll put it in with the filter.
Right. It's a different colour.
Genuine Kawasaki.
That's it. Doesn't mean it's better.
No, it doesn't.
Just means it's meant for the bike.
Yep. That's it. Very boring.
So that's got a tape. It's tapered, which obviously slots in. Yeah, there you go.
Right there.
Then just
That's it.
beautiful.
That's in. That can go back on.
Couple of screws and she's done. Isn't that right, Pooks? Rightio, so the oil is now been done, an oil filter. We've filled it up. It takes 2.5 litres. We'll put 2.3 litres in there. Once we get a tank on, we can start it up and let it all run, then we'll do the final check on it. But we just bloody well realised we didn't check for the doohickey.
All that effort.
I know. Bloody idiots. We were just too excited. So what we're going to do is, I've heard them mention where lay the bike over on its side and undo this, being very careful with the gasket, and then we should be able to see whether it's been done or not, and still leave the oil in there, obviously. So there you go. True to form, Matt.
Yep. Pretty typical, to be honest.
So now what we're doing is the radiator fluid. So apparently the manual says dump the fluid out of the, or the coolant out of the reservoir. Then what was the next job, Matt?
Dump it out of the water pump to get everything out.
Out of the water pump.
Oh, there we go.
Alright, cool. If I hold that up.
Probably don't need to.
Looks pretty good, but coolant you can't tell anyway. It just stays.
Usually not.
Although, coolant is something that people don't normally change, me included. I have changed it on Harry, but it's, you know, it's a bit like brake fluid. They say every 2 years or whatever it is should be changed. But
every 2 years for brake fluid.
yeah, and coolant's the same.
I think this one's 3 years.
3 years, is it?
It's right there.
Yep.
3 years.
Oh yeah.
500 hours
Or
or something.
Oh, focus. Yeah, 3 years or 500 hours. Hours? Why do they use hours?
Because enduro bikes
Oh.
don't measure in Ks, they measure in hours.
Yeah, right, cool. Righto, we'll come back to you. Righto, so the reservoir is
That's not
drained.
That's...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, so not much.
Not much coming out of there.
No.
Like nothing coming out of there.
No, there's a little bit. Huh. Cool.
Well, that was pointless.
Righto, so what about is there an actual radiator cap? Yes, there is.
There is a radiator cap.
So obviously the radiator has to be drained, doesn't it?
Well, that should all be running down to the water pump.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah.
No.
Although
that's
no,
full.
it's not.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought.
That doesn't.
So.
Yeah, right.
So that's a temp. So would you have? Yeah, you'd have to dump that there.
Which runs to the water pump.
Yeah. So airlock.
I don't know.
Is it airlock?
Because it seemed to run perfectly fine. Never got hot.
No, just as in as it sits now.
Oh, right. Yeah,
there
no, I
might be
don't know.
some physical, you know.
I don't know.
thing that's not letting it drain. So obviously the top feeds into here, obviously then runs through the motor, around the motor.
Bottom radiator hose is that
Come
one.
down, shoot it through and back around. So if we just take...
Nice and soft, nothing... Well, I'm going to have to take that off, I guess.
Yeah, which one? That one.
That one.
That one. See what comes out.
It's supposed to be coming out there.
Yeah, unless it's blocked with shit.
I don't know.
Well, take that off again. All hell just broke loose.
Yep, she's going.
So there must have been a bit of gunk in it, Matt.
I don't know.
It just all of a sudden just started flying out. Oh, that's good.
It is good. That crash bar's in a real shit of a spot.
Yeah, but I tell you what, for the oil, changing the oil and that there, I just the jug. You could fill from an oil bottle straight into that too.
Yeah.
That was a nice little addition.
Oh.
Hello, we're having fun.
Excellent.
Well.
Matt's making a mess in the bloody man cave. There's
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that flew.
That did. Brilliant. Love it.
Huh.
Well, that means we don't have to touch the
Well,
what do you call it, tubes.
I don't have words for that.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
All gone.
Okay.
It's either a bit of gunk or physics. I'd say a bit of gunk.
I don't know. Someone on YouTube's going to tell us.
Hey Jimmy, did you notice Matt's hat? Yeah.
I love this hat. It's so comfortable. This is my new workshop hat.
Yep. Righto. Righto, we have a possible thought of what happened just then. The thing different was when he first undid the water pump, the radiator cap was on. You were saying, is that right?
Yeah. But I feel like that really shouldn't have made any difference.
Yeah, but is that like, you know, you get a straw with water, fill it with water and you put your thing and it holds the water until you release it and then it lets it out. That, I reckon that's what it is. So if you do it, make sure, take that off, then do the bottom bit and she'll gush out.
Caught me off guard because I wasn't expecting it the second time. I was the first time. The first time I went real slow because I wasn't sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Second time I just pulled it straight out. It's going to be buggered.
Righto guys, so we have filled up that and also the reservoir. We've done about 1.3 litres, which is what the specs say.
Yep.
So now apparently we just put everything back on, get it up to temperature.
Yeah.
So I was just asking Matt, I know back in the day when we do this, we'd obviously, you know, on the cars, we'd leave that off until all the bubbles, you know, come through. But you're saying you don't.
I don't think you have to.
Yeah. No.
We'll double check.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we should, but
yeah.
I don't. Yeah,
We'll see what happens.
I don't think you had to on this.
Geez, I was just about to say we're going to grab a cuppa, and look at that. Look what just came in.
You haven't got bickies.
A lovely woman. And she runs.
Thank you.
Look at that. Brilliant. So the plan now is, so we currently still have to do the final check of the oil, which we've obviously got to run it.
And corn.
And the corn, we have to run it. And we'll think we'd do that now, but now that it's still all got stuff off it, we're going to rip this off. Oh, there you go, you got it in your hand.
And put that on.
Put that on.
Tidy up the wiring so we don't have to buggerise with that again. And then when everything goes back together, everything just goes back together. We don't have to pull stuff off again or
Cool.
bugger around.
All right, you can come in. I've finished. Oh, there it is. Cool. So we're going to remove this whole thing just to get out of the way. I think what we've found out is that because they didn't have that bracket, they've made themselves a bracket in there. So we're going to remove that bracket and replace it with the actual proper one, which is that one there. Rightio, so you can see what the deal is.
In a minute.
And we've got that little doovalaki, which is for these wires here.
Yeah. So those bolts are meant to be going through here, and these ones are meant to be coming down through the top.
Exactly, yeah. So they've made this bracket and then they've put a bolt and then nutted it
Over the top.
underneath there. You can see that somewhere there, yeah. Cool, that's just going to clean that up and make it all bloody nice.
Hopefully, yeah.
And while we're going, we'll remove the old
switch.
The old switcheroo, which does nothing.
No. Actually, while we've got that off, I'll pop some glue in that.
Yeah, have a look and see if we can
Do something that so it's not rattly.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Rightio, switcheroo is gone. This is the looks like the homemade job, which is good for a homemade job, isn't it?
Yeah, it did the job.
Did the job.
It fucking worked.
Yeah.
Oh god, these clips are so stiff.
Yeah, they're always a bastard.
Oh shit.
Yep. And you normally
Took me knuckles
I
out.
was going to say you normally do your knuckles.
Yeah, so that's
right.
shattered.
So we should be able to do some work on that.
So I'm hoping we can just like epoxy glue that back together.
Yeah, and
with that in there.
Exactly. Because that'll help hold it all.
And then yeah, hopefully that'll do.
Yep. You know, we might be able to put some little things across that and glue things across it.
Yeah. I don't know, we'll see. I'll have to disconnect that speedo. Tack on my top.
Righto, so Matt was saying that the taco doesn't work on it. We can't see anything obvious here, all the wires are connected. We're just going to, while we've got it all apart, delve in and just see if there's anything obvious.
If there's anything obviously wrong with it, then what's this holding that? Oh, there's one there. Yeah, see if there's anything obviously wrong with it on the inside. If there's not, we'll worry about it later. So. What's holding that?
There's a lot of screws.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to work out which ones are actually holding it to something else. Or whether it's just...
So is it those two screws?
Yeah, might be.
So they're stubbies? Yep, stubby screws, just so we know. Aha! Brilliant. Oh, there you go.
Well, nifty to see that on the inside.
Yeah.
Should we just wind that back now?
Oh, no, that's just your trip meter though, isn't it? Oh no, but it is.
Yeah, we'll just wind back the case
Just
on
wind back the Ks. I wonder if, wow. Anyway, we don't do that type of shit.
it. Don't have to.
No, it's a KLR, they go forever. Oh, so that's your taco there.
Yeah.
So whether you...
It does move.
So that's whether the wire's in there.
Well, that's what I'm trying to poke my head into.
We shall come back to you, otherwise we might bore you.
Yeah, definitely boring.
Rightio, so taking shit off, that's where the plate is, we noticed that there was a missing globe. Oh, look at that.
And now
So-
there's not.
All globes are working. Brilliant. But we haven't found anything wrong with the taco side of it.
No, that
As yet.
all looks perfect to me.
Yeah, cool.
Can't see anything obviously wrong with it, so...
So we don't need these globes anymore. Rightio guys, so this is what we've got to fix. This little bloody thing here. We've got some Gorilla Glue. Oh, yeah. Apparently all I've got to do is squirt that into here. Isn't that always the way that one comes out more
Than the other?
than the other? I mean, why is that? Oh, look at that. All right, cool. So I just got to even it up.
Jesus, straining.
Gonna bust a pooper valve
See where you're at.
Yeah, still a little bit more, see.
Oh, yep. Okay.
Oh, and it's pushing the other one.
You might as well just push it all out at this point. It's pretty well knackered, that thing.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, sweet.
That's about it.
Right.
Righto, hopefully we can fix it with that.
Fingers crossed.
It sets in 5 minutes.
Sets in 5 minutes, so mix and work.
Mix it around.
Oh, that goes a cool colour, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Yeah, this will do the job for sure.
I actually think that might end up being stronger than the plastic.
Yeah, that's it. Righto, what do you reckon, Matt? Looks pretty mixed.
Yeah.
It's even got some paintbrush fibres in there for extra strength.
I think that's called fiberglass.
Yeah, so don't get it where I don't want it.
No, try not to.
Is there any there?
This one could never
Oh, and then there's down there, yeah, right.
down where that bolt goes.
You saw you? Alright, so if we try and put that back.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Pay attention to what you're doing with the camera, Matt.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I do that all the time. I start looking not in the screen.
Yeah, I was looking at what I was doing. Not where I was.
And then you look back at the screen and it's, you know, looking up someone's backside. Alright, so that should be, now if we just layer.
Just layer some over the top of it.
Yeah. Like so.
Doesn't have to be pretty, just has to
just
work.
work, exactly. So I'll fill in around that.
Just fill in the gap. It will be what it is.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be better than what it was, that's for sure.
Well, hopefully it won't rattle now.
Yeah. It does look cockeyed compared to that, like it's... Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, it didn't go down further, but it's not cockeyed.
Yeah, cool. Oh. It'll do.
Yeah. Righto, we'll see you in 5 minutes. Alright, the removing of the DIY. Instrument cluster bracket.
Getting tight again.
Yeah, it's
it's fucking turning underneath.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Of course it is. Had to be. Might need to.
Rightio, so there's the DIY off. And... Oh, it's gone.
That rubber is knackered. Yeah, sorry. That's it.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, so they're going to go through that.
Yep.
All this is going to get plugged into that.
That, and then your cluster sits on top of
Cluster
that.
sits on top.
Nice.
The way it should be.
Yeah, exactly, that's it.
Right.
Righto, we've got a gremlin at the door. What are you doing, dog?
Hassling us.
Come on. Rightio, this new bloody mount is on. The rubbers in there were pretty knackered. We don't have rubbers to replace it, so we put a bit of electrical around the bolt part just to thicken it out, and that's made it pretty stable now. Obviously it needs to vibrate, it takes the vibration out of the bike. And he's now getting all his wire cluster sorted.
Oh, it's for the cluster. That's okay. I was thinking I'm one short in there, but it's like the cluster that...
Yeah, hooks into it.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh,
So
it's much neater already.
it's a little tacky. That's the test piece. But yeah, it's still not fully cured.
Not fully cured, but
No, as per usual, it's longer than 5 minutes.
always.
Rightio, taco going back on, so it all bloody went back together okay.
Hopefully
We don't believe the glue is fully set yet, but as per usual, Matt's the same as me.
I'm just being
Kind of
impatient.
like, yeah, would like to get it done.
Still got a lot of other things to do, and not really overly concerned about.
No, it's not like you're going to go doing a bloody ride on it.
No, it's,
Yeah.
it's still going to sit here for another couple of days before I ride it.
Yeah. Rightio, guys, look at that. That is so much neater than what that was before.
There's no bird's nest hanging there now.
Yeah,
So
absolutely lovely.
fantastic. Makes me happy. Makes me very happy.
Oh, and if you turn your thing on now, so we were missing the light in there. Yeah, look at that. Brilliant.
Beautiful.
Rightio, guys, so all that is all back on. We're leaving the shroud off because that's what we've got to start chopping up. Radiator's all done up. Oil's all done up. Tank's on. Petrol's going. Let's see if she starts. It's no CB250, that's for sure.
Apparently not.
Just have to get the petrol through. Brilliant. So what we've got to do now is just get it up to temperature, so we can do the radiator levels, and then also we'll check the oil, add a little bit more oil, blah blah blah. I saw the thermo kick on.
Oh, did you?
You watch down here. There you go. Stick your finger in it.
No.
So that's just above half.
Yeah. Cool.
There you go, you can hear it.
Yeah, so it's well and truly up to temp,
Yep.
and we're still bang on full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So we're good.
do we have to?
No.
No, we shouldn't.
No, not while it's hot.
Yeah, exactly.
Seen that mistake
I've done
before.
that. I've done that myself when I was a younger fella. Yeah. So
She's well and truly up to temp. Hasn't moved at all, so
no back pressure. I don't know.
I'd say that's job done on that.
Oh no, we just got to check the oil.
How's the oil? That is full.
Brilliant.
Perfect.
Rightio, guys. So that was bloody crazy, eh? So chocker block full. We've obviously just poured the right amount bloody in. That's the first ever for me, never having to top it up and it actually being spot on. As for the coolant, it all seems to be fine. I don't know whether there's a bleeding thing like you used to do with the cars.
No, from what
It's a very simple.
It's a very simple system.
Yeah.
There's not much going on.
We'll figure it out. Or if somebody knows that there is a particular way that we should be doing it with a KLR, not a bloody
Yeah. Well,
Ducati multi-strata or some whiz-bang thing, I don't know.
so that's all done.
Yeah. So now it's straight onto the
Straight on that fairing.
fairing.
Let's cut.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Here goes nothing. Bloody beautiful.
Cool. I'm gonna screw this bastard on.
Rightio, Matt, she's all screwed on.
That's it.
Yeah, I must admit, it just straight away looks pretty cool. So if you go around the other side and do that. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to look sweet.
It's going to give me way more space up here.
Yeah, heaps. Righto. Well, I've got to go get takeaway.
Excellent.
Because apparently we're busy. Nay's over there busy. And I've been relegated to go bloody get it. I know I was supposed to be going to get the food, but I just bloody
just
propped it up. And I reckon if I come back around here, hopefully the guys can see that. That just, to me, that looks shit hot. I mean, once it's all done.
Yeah, once we fill it in. And
But, I mean, that the guard now doing that. Yeah.
it's way better.
Yeah, and then of course the tail tidy. Mate! It's just,
Yeah,
it's all happening.
I'm getting excited. Getting real excited.
Rightio guys, McDonald's has been had. I know, bad, but what are you going to bloody do? So now we're trying to work out how we're going to make a template. So clearly we've got to cover all this through there, but on this side,
We have to match it.
yeah.
Because otherwise...
And it's only a small slit on that side, obviously.
Yeah, so if I hadn't have mangled the bike, we could have just put a small strip in there and been done.
Yeah,
But because we've got to try and fill in that side, I want the screws that are going to be going through it, all the pop rivets, to look the same on both sides.
Exactly.
So that then it doesn't look quite as Frankenstein-like.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, obviously, there's still going to be missing plastic, but might be able to tidy it up a little bit better.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah, because, so the metal's going to go on the inside or the outside. Oh, yeah. So this is where we might have to do fiberglass.
Yeah, we probably will later.
All right. We'll just keep stuffing around. So we'll only cut one first, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think
That
so.
way, if we stuff it up, or when we put it on there, it doesn't look right.
Yeah, we'll cut one.
Done.
and
That's it.
We'll finesse it in there
Yeah.
to see and make sure, and then we'll use that as the template and cut the other one.
Done. Rightio guys, so anybody thinking about doing this mod, it's not a simple mod.
No, it is.
It is.
It actually is. The actual mod is easy. The problem we have is that I completely fucked one side of it when I hit a tree.
Yeah.
So
Still, I mean, it is.
So to make it match, we're trying to make a panel the same size on either side.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'm going to have a very small filler panel on that side and then a very big one on that side, and it's going to look all Frankenstein and cockeyed.
Yeah.
So no.
So, don't worry about him. If you're considering doing this, it's not an easy job. There's a bit of mucking around. You're working with cardboard, you're working with metal. We're going to fiberglass this thing because of the Frankensteinness, and I think regardless of having the banged out bit, it's going to... As soon as you cut this thing and you move it, the whole thing wobbles from back to forwards. You're trying to hold shit here, and then you're trimming and getting the angle. There's an angle that way, there's a crease line that way. So I'm saying real life, it's not an easy thing. It's easy to do if you've got plenty of time and patience and you're dicking around and mucking around and cutting off all these bits of bullshit, if you know what I mean, and bits of cardboard and whatever.
Okay.
All right, so we're right now up ready to pop.
It's just getting screwed and pop riveted.
We're going to just pop rivet it. We're not going to be too fancy at worrying about where they are because we're going to hide them with the fiberglass. Is that right?
Hopefully.
hopefully we'll try and do it in a nice way to start with. We've got the screw through that, so if I look on this side we can see, yeah, so that's the filler bit in there, down to there. That's our gauge of, oh no, we don't have that in there. No. That was how far out it was going to be. Is that what you're doing? How come you took that away? Don't need it now.
No.
Righto. There you go. Beautiful. So that, we don't need them anymore.
No, that's
cool.
I'll pop 2 more down there.
Yep.
And then we'll work out that side.
Yeah.
That'll be enough to hold it there for now.
Yep. Oh yeah, Matt wants to black this out because it's freaking with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, sorry, seeing the silver strip and all the cuts was throwing me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to work beautifully.
Cool, but Joel.
Gives it enough lift.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's without making it too. I think it's a nice balance.
Yeah, sitting on it, it looks like it's going to push the air over the top of me, so...
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
But it doesn't matter about it. It's the look, Matt.
Well, yeah, it's partially the look, but it's more because my head was like
Yeah.
one of those little bobbleheads you put on your dash.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's because you've got a big head.
Yeah, but that's besides the point.
Righto. Coffee, then we'll do the other side.
Yeah.
Done. Oh, the step back for 100th time. Geez, I tell you what, guys, it's really hard when the two sides are not, you know, they've got different cuts. Just really hard to eye it, but we've got to the point where we've now got it screwed in.
Yeah, just gotta
Pop rivet it, and I reckon we're just going to have to...
I think that's just going to be what it is for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's
It's
really
hard to eyeball it when you've got nothing there to begin with.
Yeah, and then you've got these things bloody sitting there, and if you've got to try and look past it. And I reckon that's pretty good, Matt. I reckon we just pop rivet it.
I reckon we'll just pop rivet it there and we'll just see what it's like.
Yeah. Done deal.
That's it. It's $10 worth of sheet metal. We can do it again.
We don't want to do it again.
We absolutely don't.
Rightio, guys. I think it's after 11 o'clock at night. I think it's been very successful.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we've got the oil done, the filter done, the coolant done.
The wire thingy done.
Yeah, all that wiring.
All the bolts.
All the bolts have been swapped over on the subframe and
Yep.
the side covers and the seat. And we've got filler panels in there, made that more upright.
Yeah, so this is the end result, guys. So now obviously we're not finished. That it's all pretty bloody strong, like it's going to hold. This is the really bad side. I was waiting for this to not be so shiny, but yeah. So looking at it, considering we were doing that by eye,
With nothing to work from.
yeah, I reckon it's come out really good considering. I really like the way that's the stance.
Yeah, I like the angle it has on it
Yeah.
a whole lot more.
Hopefully you guys are getting a decent bloody look at it. So obviously all that stuff in there is going to be painted and cleaned up and whatever. And then there's going to be...
There's going to be a panel in there.
Yeah, it's going to be a panel. We're going to do up a panel.
Yeah.
But all things considering, I reckon it's a bloody... Yeah, it's come up better than what I thought it would, Matt.
Well, there was really no losing on it. I already mangled the bejesus out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
There wasn't really much left, so
Yeah,
I think all things considered, we've salvaged it pretty well.
that's it. $15 piece of gal or whatever the hell that was.
Yeah.
I already had all the
A little bit of sheet metal.
sheet metal. Yep, I already had all these pop rivets. Done deal.
Yep.
Rightio guys, so we're going to call this done and dusted. We didn't get the bark busters or the hand grips on,
Or the peg.
or the dodgy peg bolt.
Yeah.
Right, now something for you guys to bloody tell us before we're going to start looking at. I said about fiberglass. I don't think fiberglass is the right medium.
Fiberglass will do it. I just don't particularly want to work with fiberglass.
Yeah.
I've done it before and it was shit. I didn't
Yeah.
like it.
So I don't know if there is a plastic compound or a melted plastic or something that we could use to fill in that. Does anybody know of such a thing? We'll do obviously some searching. Someone out there might know if there is. I think that might be the quick and easy way out.
Yeah, look. I don't know. Worst case, it doesn't pan out and it doesn't look any good when we're finished with it and we just put something else on.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look that bad. I mean,
No,
when
look,
you get up close to it, but
it looks like a beaten up bike.
Yeah,
But it is.
it
so.
is a bike.
We're not losing.
So far, we're doing good. I reckon the bike is getting better looking the more we touch it.
I'm just so wrapped with this wiring in here. That made my day.
Yeah.
I was so happy. I was doing a little
I must
jig.
admit, it was a pleasure to see it all cleaned up. The other thing we didn't do, because we're idiots, and that was the doohickey.
Yeah, we forgot to do that while the
So
the
in
oil was
episode 5, we will get the grips and the bark busters on. We will lay the bike over onto its side, pull off that cover and check to see whether it's got a doohickey on it or not. If it hasn't, Don mate, don't worry, that center stand is going to get sent to you. And we will get that doohickey off you, your spare one.
Yep.
And I think the back rack too. And we'll do some deal, whatever.
Yeah, we'll work something out with him.
Cool. Rightio guys, keep on riding, and if you ain't riding, keep on keeping on.